Well, today I'm going to discuss the topic critical description of world forest resources, and here we will describe all the forest forms those are present over the globe at present one by one, and their detailed descriptions, their physical features, and main species found therein, and various forestry practices being conducted therein will be discussed in each and one forest form. Okay, and first of them is boreal forests, and these are uh, the densest forest form present in the world, and these are considered inaccessible and untouched forest form in earlier days also, but nowadays uh, the human beings can reach even on the Mars and all the almost planet, then these are the forest, and the things are available therein, then why can't human beings will reach there? Okay, and earlier it is considered that these were inaccessible and densest, that's why they are densest forest form. Okay, and here the boreal forest formation account for about 24% of the world forest total world forest area, and however it contribute uh, about 5% of industrial wood production in the world. Okay, the boreal forests are generally restricted in the occurrence to the northern hemisphere, uh, forming a broad dense forest belt that is known as taiga. Okay, encircling the entire globe. Well developed in the Scandinavian countries, Sweden, Norway, Russia, Canada, Alaska, etc. And the number of species in any particular area is fairly low. Trees being a uniform size and producing homogeneous, long fibrous raw material. As I have mentioned earlier, these are the densest forest form, and that's why the trees having long large heights in place of the more diversity, these are of very less number of species, and are found all over the globe in some peculiar areas. Okay, despite the fact that these forests have been overexploited, even having inaccessible approaches earlier days, but primitive forms occur in some pockets due to the lack of accessibility and low population in such areas. And then we move to the next forest form, that is temperate forest, and this forest formation comprises of temperate broadleaved and coniferous forests, and they account for about 16% of world forest area and over 45% of the total production is their contribution. Okay, these occurs exclusively in the mid latitudes in the northern hemisphere, being well developed in USA, Russia, Germany, France, Switzerland, Austria, etc. Okay, and some other countries also. Temperate forests are generally comprised of large number of types and subtypes, ranging from coniferous to almost pure broadleaf forests. Okay, and sometimes subtype and type means either pure or either mixing with any of the form. Okay, the softwood of these forests have attained a prominent place in the industrial world, and prominent among these coniferous areas are the northern mixed forest of Russia, and uh, other areas include the mountains of Europe, Mexico, and the Himalaya. Okay, such forests have been subjected to the heavy biotic pressure, and primarily because of their location in the vicinity of densely populated areas. And important commercial species found here are beech, walnut, oak, birch, Douglas fir, hemlock, and various others. Okay. Then we move to the third forest formation type, that is subtropical moist forest and temperate rainforest. Okay. Combinedly, these forest types account for about 1% only of the world forest area, and have timber contribution about 4 to 5% in production. Okay, these occurs in the warm temperate zone of both the hemispheres, well developed in Southeast China, Korea, Southern Japan, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, South America, and some parts of Eastern USA. Okay, commercially, these forests produce both softwood, those are mainly pines, and some hardwoods also, and these are oaks and eucalyptus. Okay, due to their easy approach, these forests have been heavily exploited by the human beings. Okay, in the certain areas, native forests have been replaced by extensive plantations of native and exotic softwoods. Okay, then we move to the next forest form, that is tropical rainforest, and these contribute about 20% of total world forest area and have the participation in timber production is about 2 to 5% only. Okay, then these forests occurs throughout the tropical heavy rainfall region of the world, being predominantly broad-leaved. Okay, as we receiving heavy rainfall. Okay, in the certain area, the number of species is found in 1 hectare patch may be 100 or even more. Okay, this diversity gives rise to numerous problems during the processing of wood for industrial purposes. Okay, as their density is quite high. Commercial important is timber obtained from these forests are mahogany, cedar, limba, greenheart, and those belonging to the family Dipterocarpaceae. Okay, next forest form we have moist deciduous forest, and in this these forests account for about 11% of total world forest area and have the timber production only up to 5%. Okay, these occurs in the areas where the dry season occurs within a regular climatic framework and fairly developed in the parts of India, Myanmar, Thailand, Indonesia, and Indochina, Southeast China, and Africa. Okay, Indian continent and African continent. Okay, varying with the length of the dry season, subtype forest resembles range from typical rainforest to open savanna like conditions. Okay, soil and climatic conditions which are associated with these forests are favorable for agriculture also. Commercially important timber species from these forests are sal and teak. Right, next we have dry deciduous forest types, and these are about 21% of total world forest area, but industrial production is negligible, and that is only about 1% so far as the total world production is concerned. Okay, these occurs as extensive patches in the tropical region that prominent in India, Thailand, Indochina, Tanzania, Zambia, West Africa, Brazilian highlands, Argentina, Colombia, Italy, Spain, Portugal, and southern part of USA. Okay, trees are generally short, stunted, and malformed, and the forests are comprised of large number of commercially unimportant species as they have only 1% timber contribution, such as Buchanania and some others. Okay, forest density is very low with poor stocking. Okay, these forests only serves as the source of fuel and fodder for local purposes. Right, then we move to the next and last one, and this is subtropical dry forest, and area wise these forests accounts for about 7% of total world forest, and found in the subtropical areas like Italy, Spain, Greece, Portugal, Turkey, and in India also. Okay, these forests are poorly stocked and comprises of large number of malformed and stunted trees, and the local people extract fuel wood and fodder, and as a result there is a heavy biotic pressure on these forests, and broadly stated that these forests have little or no commercial value with respect to timber production. Okay, and this is the brief account of all the forest forms, forest formations, and their resources. Thank you.